Hi, so I'm making this video to make some kind of a timestamp in my life because now I will be working on my engineering thesis and I want to document it on my channel and I will be streaming it and probably nobody will watch it, which I know and I don't care. I just want it to be on my YouTube, so maybe sometime in the future I can look at it and look at how stupid I was. Maybe it doesn't really matter, but yeah, I'm just gonna be streaming it. Maybe somebody will watch it. Never mind. This guy taught me how to
And what you want to
make streams on YouTube. It was like 4 minutes and explained everything. That was great video, so I have to recommend him. And I'm making a video first because I just enabled streaming and I have to wait like 24 hours. Which I did not expect, but never mind. It's July, so I have holidays in my academy, so university actually. So I have some time after work and will be working on it. And yeah, that's it. Hope I won't leak any passwords here because that's my first time doing it. And yeah, so to give some kind of an overview about what I will be doing. Okay, I'm not leaking my Google history. Not that anything is there. And there's a thing called Kathara, which is some kind of a network emulation system for lessons, testing. We use it in our school. And the main problem with this tool is that it does not have a GUI, which is kind of besides the point. It's kind of how to say it in English. This tool is very useful, and actually I learned a lot with it on networks, but it was kind of sometimes a burden. I don't know
burdensome.
English that well. Sometimes I have to translate some words, but hey, I'm doing this channel on English to be better in it. So yeah, the main problem is that it doesn't have a GUI, and sometimes it's kind of a burden, and it's beside the point of learning networks. So instead of learning networking, you have to learn this tool first. And what my engineering thesis will be, it will be graphical interface for it, where you can just move routers between the like it will be something like what's it called, GNS, where there's nothing here. Okay, never mind, but it should look something like this, maybe not exactly like this, but I don't have any routers imported, never mind. you could drag and drop those routers. Oh, something like packet tracer, right? You can drag and drop these routers and label them, add some connections, add IP addresses, maybe some rules. I don't know about this, but that's the basic idea. And a lot more, which I have written a lot of notes from meeting my promoters, how to say it in English. What? I don't have internet. So my cable died or what? It might have died. Never mind, we will use Wi-Fi.
Supervisor
Of my engineering thesis, which is like a person that I go to every time I have to ask for something. And the point of it is like one can ask, why do we need to do this? Because there's simulators like GNS and packet tracer already. And the point of it is Kathara is unique. It uses actually I can't say a single thing that it is unique in, but we use it in our university, and I know some universities use it in their classes, so it would be a convenient tool to take away this burden from students that they have to learn this tool first and then networking. With GUI, it will be simple, drag and drop, connect, address, ready, and you can spin the lab, kick off the lab and start configuring the devices right away. It would be much more convenient than just sitting in configuration files and learning like basically another language. And yeah, what else? Let's look at my notes. I'm recording this and I'm not cutting this because it takes so much time. And I don't really want to use all my free time to edit those videos. So I'll just upload raw videos and stream, because no editing there. Everything is in Polish. So give me a second and I will translate it. So I just realized that my cam is desynchronized with my audio. Maybe now it will be better. Okay, now it's for sure better. I didn't translate it, but I found like a declaration for my thesis, I guess. So if somebody wants to read it, there's that. It just outlines the main reason for this application. Highly manual, tedious, time-consuming process, blah blah blah. Just to automate making lab.conf files, which look something like this. you have to just specify that R2 routers 2 second router interface 0 is in broadcast network A, and you have to remember that if it's connected to router 1, there has to be another interface in this broadcast network, and it has to be stated in this file, which is time consuming. You can do this in GUI, in like just drag, drop the cable, connect it, the same broadcast network, connecting routers. So that's what I am trying to do here. The other thing is when you turn on the lab in Kathara, everything is pulled from these files. You have Zebra config, which is like a daemon for router protocols. I don't really understand it very well myself, but in Zebra conf static routes, exclamation mark here, so this is not applicable. Oh, I think Zebra is something like FRR, which is like emulating a Cisco router. Very, very similar commands. Never mind. It has to be this file in this folder for Kathara to work. And when there is already existing configuration, it pulls it from this file. But when you configure something inside the container, it doesn't override those files by default. You have to do it manually. Just make a show run on the router and copy it to this file, which is time consuming as well and very, very, how to say it, you can do an easy error. Just copy to not the file you were intending to, and the other time you spin the lab, it's not gonna work. A use case for this is like you are a student, you are on your classes, the teacher is giving you this task that you have to configure this network and this OSPF area, whatever. So you configure like 70% of it on classes, but you want to take your configuration home and finish it home. So right now you would have to copy each device's configuration. With my tool, you would have to press one button, and that's pretty convenient, I would say. I was far away from microphone. I wonder if it was a good audio. Okay, so we will be working with text files and Docker, which I think is pretty cool, considering AI is really good at text files. We will be vibe coding a lot. Do I leak anything here? I don't think so. For main capabilities. Graphical editor we can use to specify a network topology. addressing plan, used interfaces, my app will of course translate graphical representation into Kathara config files, blah blah blah. Individual verification, of course we have to verify if the IP addresses range are, of course makes sense, we can't do 333 on an interface, it's not an IP address. And this one I just already said. Expected results. Okay, but more interesting thing is this document. Main goal, create a tour. AI assistant supporting the learning process. Maybe this will be like the next step after the engineering degree. We will see. Must have graphical topology, node configurator, assigning IP addresses, subnet mask, activating daemons, routing daemons. That's how Kathara works. File Kathara file generator. Yeah, and within this app, I think it would be pretty useful to just click one button and export your lab, and then you can email it to yourself and finish it home. Building laboratory labs, I have few ideas for like the student to try the tool out, maybe learn something. We will see when it's already built, actually. I mentioned this one. Oh, yeah. I think it will be pretty easy to just show the instruction to the lab in the same application. So like half of the screen would be like your graphical topology of the routers, and the other half would be the instruction on what to do, what command use, what to check. AI lab generator. That's not a main thing for now. And that's also not the main thing. It changed. It's just another step in developing this. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, so I think for today it's gonna be the end. Tomorrow, for the next weeks, I'm planning to stream it to document what I do here. Hopefully I will keep my promise, and we will see how it goes. Take care. Bye.